Hello everyone, I'm Cricri. Today I will teach you how to make these delicious pumpkin shaped rolls filled with cream cheese. They are fluffy, tender, and delicious. You will love them. In a saucepan, add half a cup of whole milk. Scald the milk, which basically means bringing it to a temperature of 171 Fahrenheit, and then letting it cool down until it reaches a temperature of 110 Fahrenheit. Next, we will pour the warm milk into the bowl of a stand mixer, and we will add 1 package of active dry yeast. It is important that the milk is at the right temperature to avoid damaging the yeast. Add a teaspoon of granulated sugar. Allow the yeast to bloom for about 10 minutes until frothy. Now we will add 1 cup of pumpkin puree and 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar packed tightly. We will also need 4 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And for the spices, we will need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of allspice, half teaspoon of ground clove, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Finally, we will add 2 eggs. Start mixing with a paddle attachment. If your mixer doesn't have this attachment, you can use the regular ones. Keep mixing until all ingredients are well combined and the dough is kinda sticky. Once all ingredients are well mixed, switch to the dough hook attachment and start kneading the dough. You could also knead the dough by hand like any other bread dough. Knead the dough for about 10 minutes. If you notice that the dough is getting too sticky, sprinkle a little flour here and there to ease up the kneading process. The dough will be ready when it forms a smooth ball and stops sticking to the walls of the bowl. Place the dough in a greased bowl, cover it with a warm wet cloth or towel, and allow it to rest for about 1 hour or until it has doubled in size. Using your hands, carefully pull the dough from the bowl and transfer it to a flat surface. Using a dough cutter, we will divide the dough vertically and then horizontally. We will then make 2 diagonal divisions on both sides. Now that we have 8 sections, we will divide each in half until we have a total of 16 pieces. Now we will grab each piece one by one, and with the palms of our hands, we will form it into a small ball. For the filling, we will need 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese divided into 16 pieces. Now we will flatten the bottom of the dough balls, and we will make a little dip in the middle to place a cube of cream cheese. Then we will wrap the sides of the dough around it until the cheese is fully covered. Using the palms of your hands, very carefully shape it into a ball again. To form the characteristic pumpkin sections, we will need kitchen twine. Wrap each ball with twine, interlacing the top and bottom, forming a cross. Make sure not to wrap too tightly. Do this again, but this time diagonally on both sides, forming an X over the cross. Finally, tie a double knot slightly loosened at the top so it doesn't come undone when baking. And don't forget to cut off the excess twine. Transfer the dough ball to a baking sheet with parchment paper on the bottom and repeat the same shaping, filling, and wrapping process to the rest of the dough. Now I will place a grate over the baking sheet to prevent the balls from sticking. Cover it with a warm wet cloth or towel and set it aside to rise for 60 to 90 minutes or until double in size. Bake at 350 Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes until golden brown. Once the rolls have cooled down, we will carefully remove the twine, and with a lot of patience, cut the twine at each of the joints on the top and bottom of the roll. Make sure not to leave any small pieces of twine between the crevices. Nobody wants a fight of twine. For the final touch, place a third of a pecan on top to simulate the pumpkin stem. And they are ready. They turn out super adorable. These rolls not only look like pumpkins, but they are super soft, fluffy, and have a delicious pumpkin flavor. That was all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Check out my other Halloween tutorials for even more great ideas. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with all your friends. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any new videos. See you next week. Bye!